Hey, what's up? Zach here, and today is my top 5 socks for tennis, basketball, or any other court sport you might be playing this year. This is going to be a little bit of a different list than last year because things have changed. I've had the benefit of hindsight from a year of actually playing in my top 5 socks from last year, and I actually have a little bit of a different list this year for you with some new players on it, as well as a couple really cool honorable mentions. Here we go. All right, and coming in at number 5, it is the Bombus Tennis Crew Sock. Now, when I first got these socks on, I actually didn't like them at all. They were a little bit annoying to my foot. They gave me a little bit of cramping in my left side, but after I washed them once, I started realizing how good these socks get the more and more you wear them, which is actually a pretty unique characteristic in a sock. These socks are definitely one of the most plush socks I've put on this year, and they keep your feet cooler than just about any other sock I've tried, except for some of the other socks on this list. And coming in at number 4 is the Adidas Creator 365 basketball sock. Now, these socks are fantastic, especially for anybody that wants to wear a little bit more of a higher top shoe. So if you're in something like the Stycon or in something like the Nike GT Run, which has a little bit of a thinner tongue, these socks are going to give you a ton of padding. As well as if someone that likes a little more of a substantial sock underneath you, you want a little bit more oomph, these are fantastic. The reason I like these so much is because of all these little padded outcroppings here under the forefoot and right in front of the heel. It gives you a lot more surface contact between you and the shoe. It also allows more air exchange, so you're getting a really thick padded sock, but also with a lot of air exchange and heat exchange. The other reason why I like these for more higher top shoes is because it has padding all around the ankle collar. So setting a more higher top shoe that might take you a little while to break in, you just decrease that break in time just by using these socks. And coming in at number 3 is the Adidas Alpha Skin Hydra Shield socks. Now you can tell they're the Hydra Shield by this little outcropping here on the collar. Now the reason I love these so much is these have been the most moisture wicking socks I have put on in this list in general, and just I've tried ever. They have such a good profile at getting sweat out of your foot and keeping your foot feeling a little bit cooler. Now they don't have as much padding as some other socks. They do have a few, kind of like the 3 stripes on the bottom that gives you a little bit of padding, but definitely not as padded as some other socks on this list. However, if you're looking for something that's going to be moisture wicking and keep your feet a lot drier than others and a lot cooler than some others, the Hydra Shields are just a fantastic play. And on really hot summer days, these are the socks I've been reaching for recently. And coming in at number 2, a little bit of a role reversal, but it's the Thorlo Max Cushion Tennis Crew Sock. Now what I love about the Thorlos is over the last year of playing in them, their elastic has been maintained really well. They still do give you a ton of padding. That padding is not bottomed out yet, and they still exchange heat really well for a max padded sock. Now of course they are a little bit more expensive, but as you can see, you are getting what you pay for. After a year of really intense play on these, they're still performing pretty darn good. And coming in at number 1, it actually took me a year of playing in these to actually realize the value that you get out of them, but it's the Solinco Heaven Sock. And the reason I like these so much is because number 1, they're one of the most thin socks you can get out there. So they're really low profile, they exchange heat really well, they're super breezy, they wick sweat really well, but also they're padded in the right areas, right under the heel, right under the ball of the foot. So they're giving you the padding where you need it as well. The other reason I like them so much is because of the accordion pattern here in the ankle, which gives you so many degrees of freedom without compromising comfort in the ankle and without compromising elasticity too, so they really stay up on your leg. But the most important reason is, look at them after 1 year. They still look just about brand new, and I've used these more than any other sock this year. Now the best part of it is, they're only $7.99, so you can buy a few pairs of these for the price of some of these others and still get a pretty darn good bargain because look, after a year, you're still gonna have pretty decent sock. Now there has been a little bit of a movement in players going to more quarter length socks, and if you are someone that wants that kind of fit, check out the New Balance Cooling Cushion Performance Quarter Crew Sock. These are pretty much the most comfortable sock I have tried ever. I just don't love quarter length socks. I think they allow too much sweating. I just don't like the feel on my leg, but a lot of people do, and I understand it. So if you are someone that likes a quarter length sock, these are the best I've found. Now I will give these a little bit of an endorsement because I do wear these to work all the time. I bought a 10-pack of them, and for a work sock, they're fantastic because they keep your foot really cool and dry, and they're just really ridiculously comfortable. I just don't love the feeling of a quarter length sock when I'm playing tennis or basketball, but if that is something you like, there is nothing better than these. You really should try them. And in terms of compression socks, I still really like the Vital socks. It's just really hard to find them in their court sock version. So if you can find them, they still are a really good buy from last year. However, also the Lasso socks, the Lasso compression, are pretty good. They actually do give you a lot of padding in the forefoot and a pretty decent graduated compression. They do loosen up just around the front of the ankle to give you a little more comfort. So also the Lasso socks are also a pretty good play if you want something for compression. Now, I'm sure you know if you play in hot, humid conditions, you know that finding the right sock is really only half the battle. Trying to keep your feet cool and dry is just a never-ending battle when you're out on the court. Now, if you want to see some of my favorite tips for keeping your feet cool and dry on the court, make sure you click into the video up above and subscribe down below. I'll see you in the next video.